You're inside the maze, and we're back with another dose of the critical breakdown. It's your girl, Ms. Mofilla, and listen, man, look at my fist shaking like this. I've been waiting for so long to talk to this man. I'm so glad to have you next to me. Boston Roxburys Own, Roxburys representative, you understand me? The one and only Zipp. Say what's happening.
How y'all doing, man? Zipp here.
In the building, looking real cool, calm and collected.
I'm chilling.
I'm happy to have you right next to me finally. I'm happy.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate being here.
And I'm excited to go over one of my favorite songs of yours, which was Live. I'm so excited, and we're gonna get straight into it. It's the critical breakdown, man. Let's go.
I'm just trying to live, not for the moment, but a lifetime. I gotta make it for my family, I'm their lifeline. They say I'm golden, I'm...
So you get straight to it, 8. You just set it off with the message that it resonated with me. I'm just trying to live. Not for the moment. Oh, let me give the disclaimer though. I'm gonna read your lyrics like an asshole. So I'm gonna let you know that now. I bet.
Might be the way I was really writing them. So
but you know what's funny? When I was listening to the lyrics, because I listened to your music, 8, I know how you rap. So even as I'm reading the lyrics, I'm reading it with your voice in my head. But I'm gonna do it in an asshole voice though, okay? So it says, I'm just trying to live. Not for the moment, but a lifetime. At the right time. Let's just say that. Okay, that was a little ad-lib, but I wanted to stop right there because I think it's important. Everybody talks about how they just want to live, but it's not just in this moment. I'm thinking long term. Can you talk about the importance of thinking long term in every decision you're making right now?
Okay, so it's more so for like my people around me and my family. Like I got a daughter, so it's more so like I'm thinking longevity. What can I do for them? What can I do for like our families around us? Because we obviously the people that's gonna like, you know, help off the family the most. We got the most drive. We pick up on things a little bit faster.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to, you know what I mean, live for that right there and then transfer it towards this, right? Like my kids and family and anything that I could help, like anything around me that I care for. So. Yeah.
And I imagine that affects your decision making, because I think a lot of people want to live in the moment, but when you're living for a lifetime, you make better decisions. You think more about the decisions you make, right?
Right.
That, and then you continue to go on, right? And they say, I gotta make it for my family. I'm their lifeline. Yo, that's heavy. Because I don't think people understand the responsibility of when you're the person I gotta put on and make sure everybody's okay. Can you talk about that experience?
Well, yeah, it's just that came from like, you know, my family. I just think about what my family been through the years, me growing up, and I just felt like, you know, I felt like every problem that they had, I kind of somehow helped them out, and I feel like I'm the one that's supposed to do it without even no back talk, nothing, nobody cheering for me, nothing. I don't need it. I'm just gonna be able to do it for them. So
yeah. And I feel like you're the lifeline for the city too. I've been telling you off camera, like you do a lot of work and you put on for your people in general. So you see Zipp, but you also see all the people he takes care of right around him at the same time. And taking care of that comes in multi-levels, you know what I mean? You can see your village around you and how your heart is for your village, and it's so dope. And continuing on, they say I'm golden, I'm shining, and it ain't nighttime. You see these chains, man, listen. And I know that you see, like, it's funny because he hit the ad-lib right after, like, I know they see me, but it's real stuff, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, when you're the light, you don't have to
not at all
talk about it.
No chains, no nothing. You just step in the room and I'm just shining. Like, you know, I tend to know what's going on. I tend to be able to create the mood, or
I know that's right. Set the vibe, right?
Yeah. Especially if you're feeling uncomfortable.
Listen,
set your own vibe.
Come on, let's just get this vibe set right here. I know that's right. And this part, I feel like I heard you. I heard your spirit when you said it. Did wrong for too long, just trying the right minds. At this stage of life, you know, when you're young and an adolescent and you just be acting up and all of that. At this stage of life, what are some of the things you're doing to right your wrongs?
Well, I'm seeing, you know, people younger than me come, and I'm like, what do people do for me when I was their age? And it's not adding up. So I feel like I'm not supposed to. If I'm gonna be talked about in any type of way out of the youth mouth that either looks up to me or can take anything from me, I'm gonna show them something different, or show them something like that I'm going through and how you can change from this to that.
That's dope. So pretty much being what you wish you would have had when you was in that space, right?
I mean, knowing my energy, or knowing I could channel my energy towards this instead of, you know, doing the knucklehead shit you said, you know what I mean, living in that moment, or somewhat what you ever want to call it. Like, I don't want to get too.
This is where you're supposed to get to. This is where you're supposed to. It's a critical breakdown.
Just doing things that didn't make sense at one point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can do whatever you want to do, to be honest. If you got problems or you got anger, you want to however you want to handle it.
Right?
But me, I learned that I need to handle it a different way.
Gotcha.
So.
And this is what's right for you. There's no such thing as right and wrong, but what's right for you, right? It's a difference from friends and family. I want to stop there. I never really stop each line, but you drop bars literally with each line in messages, right? I think the word friends get thrown out so heavy, right? And then people also kind of put a label on family where you feel like you have an obligation or a certain, what's the word I'm looking for? Not audacity, entitlement. Because that's family, you just gotta do, right? So tell me, how is it balancing, caring for your family and friends, or what you label as family and friends in this industry?
Well, like I said, I've been through things, so, sometimes everybody goes through whatever they go through, so you have to sometimes really be like, yo, hold on, what's going on right here? And, you know what I mean? Evaluate yourself, who's your friends, who's your family. Like, you got your real family, and then you got your friends that you want to make family.
I call them family, that's what I like to call them.
Yeah, especially if they fit the criteria,
right.
if they fit, you know what I mean? If you care for them the way they care for you, that's family. But you can't get it because it'll mess with your mind, because you'll be expecting this person to be like family, but in reality, they're really just your friend, and they could, switch any minute.
Friend, listen.
Yeah.
Because you go into that later on. We'll talk about that.
It can happen with family too, I'm just saying, but you just gotta be careful with what you mixing it up with, giving people their titles, like you said, because family's strong, and friends, they kind of come and go, but family, whoever you labeling your friends as family,
they don't get no thicker pretty much, right? And it's funny because you literally go on to say that, don't lose sanity on mixing it, right? A friend could be plotting the end for you right while you're kicking it. Yo, that is what hit me, because it's like, and family's capable of that shit too, right? Where you could be giving nothing but love and be sitting right next to the same person that could be the cause of your demise. Have you ever had any type of experiences like that in your life?
Yeah, I've been through a lot. I'm not gonna say names and stuff, but
no name drop.
Yeah, been through enough to write it down and talk about it, and definitely learn my lesson and try to give it out there, just to give you a hint. If you've been through it, you'll probably be like, oh, I hear what you're talking about. So that's my message towards you, because I've been through it, and it's just, you know what I mean?
So what's some of the signs you look out for when we're looking for those snakes in the grass, those people that hide very well in your circle that could possibly be the cause of your demise? What are the snake signs, so to speak?
It's just about the caring. With me, it's like with caring, and like it goes back to family, because I'm not gonna make you my friend if I don't see you as family anyway.
Facts.
So it goes with that, with caring, and just sharing the same values and the same like morals, principles, and like if I know something's wrong with my family, I'm gonna talk to them. I'm not gonna just all out lash,
Right.
But it's never the same with your friends, so you just gotta
Listen, it's always
but you choosing them as you go.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. You just choose them. The best way to choose your friends is your family right here. You got them first.
And you couldn't choose them. They came with it, right? They came with the package.
But that's not necessary. You could chill with your family all day long.
True.
If you know what I mean.
True, because blood don't mean I gotta fuck with you, right?
Yeah, especially if y'all are all doing something, y'all believe in something, y'all got something going on. Because that's the only thing you're doing with your friends, really, if you think about it. But in all actuality, if you ain't doing something with your friends, you're doing nothing.
Facts.
You're doing absolutely nothing
facts.
with a group of people that's gonna turn on you, be this, that, and the third snakes, whatever. When you could have been with your family and just came up with a great plan.
That's real stuff. And I think honestly, whether it's family or friend, your true tribe will find you. Like when you're operating in your true purpose, those who are meant to be around you will find their way to you 100%. Now we're gonna skip a little bit further down in the song, right? And I'm gonna go straight here where it says, I'm afraid to tell you, I talk to people that's really ghosts. I put that on the dogs. Friends that are gone, that are no longer breathing, I love them the most. I want to stop right there. That's dope. And I don't know if you meant it literally, but as a person who is spiritual and does believe in life after death, I have had some experiences where I'm talking to my grandmother who I never met, who passed before I was born. You know what I mean? So did you mean that literally?
Well, I like have dreams of my friends that have passed away, and I'm with them, talking to them. Sometimes when I'm by myself, I got, you know, pictures of my friends. I talk to the pictures, and I can hear what they're saying back to me. But I don't know if people call that what it is, but that's just me. I can still hear my friends' voices.
Yeah, I think that's real. I do believe that these spirits or connections are connecting and still communicating with us even after life. So I don't think, I think you're 100% accurate in saying so. And then it says, it's because of y'all, I try teaching these niggas growth. Now I think that part alone. So because of those people that have touched you in life and now passed on, you've kind of picked up the torch and made it your business that I want to do better for the people after me. Does that sound about right?
Right.
Okay, perfect. So what are some of the things you're doing? I know you mentioned before, like you try to teach your guys better options or better decisions. Is there anything else that you're instilling in those that are coming after you?
I mean, there's a lot, but
how to get to that bag? Because I mean, you've been
that's
you've been
one.
showing
I actually wanted to say that too, because
Yeah.
but I'm trying to figure out how to word it, because I don't want to, you know, incriminate or anything. But there's a difference between, you know what I mean, doing something legal and doing something illegal.
Right.
And you know, if you could think of a way to do something legal that can make you money and your family money or people around you money, and you try to make it work. And if everybody believes in that, it can probably go. You feel me?
And we can talk about it without being incriminating, because I think honestly, the people who succeed in the illegal side of business actually have the skills to be dope on the legal side of business,
Absolutely.
right? It's just like you said, it's about finding what lane you can go in the legit route so that it can lead to that same type of bag you saw on the other side, right?
The same, the same exact. Like, you don't have to start from here and come here. You can get there the same way you know what I mean? Without the...
That's real shit. It's real shit. And it's dope that you're putting them onto that game, because a lot of people are out here lost and they only think the illegal route is the way to go. So there's other options for y'all, I promise you. And Eight's gonna show you all the way. They'll never know until they growing up in prison. Free niggas. Let me just take a moment to stop and say that. Free niggas, yo. Now you a nigga in a caption saying they ain't forget them. Now that's real. And I want to make sure I reiterate that so you catch exactly what I said. They'll never know until they're growing up in prison. Free niggas. Now you a nigga in a caption saying they ain't forget them. Like, nah. Can we talk about that experience? I feel like nobody can say it better than you.
I mean, yeah, you know, like, people go through things.
Is that right?
And if you're going through things, you gotta, you know what I mean? Like, people been there, I've been behind the wall. You feel me? I've been there multiple times, but there's a time I've been there and I was like, this shit got a hell to the fuck, you know, like, nigga.
This is stupid.
Yeah, I can't grow up like this. I can't, you know what I mean? I don't even want nobody growing up like this. This is ridiculous in here. So, you know what I mean? People sometimes people don't understand that until they really growing up there, and you know what I mean? Through praying and having faith, made it out of that situation, and got to tell you that you'll never know until somebody's growing up in there. You feel me? So you just got to know what you're doing. Like.
Yeah, you absolutely got to know about it and think about the consequences that come along with what your decision is.
This is how I live. If I feel like if I know the consequences, am I good with that? Yes or no? Then I'll do it.
I think that's a good formula to life in general,
whether it's good or bad.
Right.
So it's just like, you know what I mean? Can you have this on your heart? Can you do this? Will you be willing to, you know? And then push through. If not, you know what I mean? Take another route. Try to figure out something else, because you never know.
You never know. And listen, don't think about that life until you thought about them consequences. You understand me? But we could talk about that all day long, but I'd rather go into my critique of the week. And this time I'm taking a line from this same song though. But I wanted to make sure I get these bars, because I wanted to have a whole conversation just about that, okay? Pray for my friends and my family. Might skip a day when I pray for the enemies. Hey, let's just stop right there. It don't get no realer than that, right? I think anybody that operates out of love, you're gonna pray for your loved ones, of course. That's a constant. But can you talk about the level of strength and love that comes when you even pray for your enemies, even if it ain't every day?
Yeah.
But can you talk about the strength that comes with that?
I mean, what I do, I mean, I pray for my friends, I pray for my family, I definitely pray for my enemies. I pray that they don't run into me, and I pray that I don't run into them.
That's a good prayer. You understand me?
That's just where my limit goes with me and the enemies with God, because who knows what could happen.
True.
You feel me? So that's my prayer for them, and sometimes I skip a day on saying that, but you know, some days I do. If I'm having a good day, I wake up feeling good, I just be like, yo, God, look, this is a good day. Leave me out of it, lead them away from me, lead me away from them. Everything good. I can get through this day.
Amen. Amen and amen again. Now listen, we could talk about this all day long, but I'd rather you let everybody know where they can find you, 8Zip.
You can find me on every social media site, 8Zip. You feel me? You can find me on Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, YouTube. I got a link tree in my bio on Instagram.
This man is busy, you understand me? And I want to make sure while we're on camera that I give you your flowers. I see you working.
That.
You are doing things not only just in the rap career, but for your community. And like, I'm proud to say that you're from Boston. When I see you up in the kitchen with Gilly and Wallow and you getting tracks with Millie, like, it's so dope to see the beginning story. I remember when you had your first interview at It's Lit Boston. I was in the room, I feel like. And to see that growth and progression, I'm so proud of you. Boston's proud of you, 100%.
Appreciate that.
And of course, if you're looking for me, you can find me, Ms. Mopila, MZMOPHILA, on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can also follow my website, MsMopila.com. Also, follow Insidethemaze on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know what we got going on. And tell them what you got, Because you say you dropping something for me.
I got something coming in March, man. FNF 12, the album, the EP. You know what I mean? Couple tracks on there from a couple people you might know. But it's definitely coming out, and be looking forward to it. Singles dropping, the videos dropping. Just keep following. We're gonna keep it going.
And we might have to have him back once that drop over here on the Critical Breakdown, man. It's Ms. Mopila. It's 8Zip. Peace out.
I'm just trying to live, not for the moment, but a lifetime. I gotta make it for my family, I'm their lifeline. They say I'm golden, I'm shining, and it ain't nighttime. They're wrong for too long, just try and right mine. Trying to live, not for the moment, but a lifetime. I gotta make it for my family, I'm their lifeline. They say I'm golden, I'm shining, and it ain't nighttime. They're wrong for too long, just